All right, it's once again the video game's fault. Everything is caused by video games. All negative reactions and events on planet Earth. Video game's fault, man. It's gotten to the point that people are actually apparently developing anti-gamer spray to make people stop playing video games, which personally, I think we can all agree, right? This is just ridiculous. Deadass, like if your mom walks into your room with some anti-gaming spray, you gotta move out. I don't care how old you are. You gotta live in the streets at 9 years old if your mom walks in with anti-gaming spray. There's no way you can stick around. But apparently this is something that people are actually purchasing. This is something that actually exists, and it's something that I think needs to be talked about, because it's just so goofy, right? Now, of course, with the ongoing pandemic, everything going on outside, obviously, where, you can't really go outside and do anything. Pretty much all the parks are, like, taped off, and they got everything blocked off to where you can't do anything. You can't, obviously, go, like, hang out with your friends very much. You can't really do much, right? There's nothing you can actually go outside and have fun with. So, video games, even if they were something that were major in your life before, at this point, they're going to be something that's really burning up the time, that's really giving you, that time burning that you need, the enjoyment in your life. And I think more people should be a little bit more understanding of that, because honestly, it makes sense, but apparently it doesn't fucking make sense to some people. Now, the anti-gaming spray is being sold by Canadian online casino website Online Gambling for $5.99, but it is currently sold out as of this writing. The product is made from durian fruit essence, patchouli essential oil, calamamic, what the fuck? Garlic essential oil and vinegar. The quote potent and quote utterly vile spray can be applied to someone's game room, with the idea being that it will deter them from playing games quite as much. So you just, take the anti-gaming spray into a gamer's room, spray it all over the room, it's gonna stink, it's gonna be horrible, and they won't want to play video games. I don't know if some people understand this or not, but gaming rooms fucking stink for a lot of people. Gamers kind of have this reputation of having really messy rooms and shit like that. Like, if someone's gaming so much, right, that like you feel compelled to purchase anti-gamer spray, I can only imagine what that room smells like without you spraying some fucking concoction of disgusting chemicals out in the open, right? The armpits, the ass cheeks, the sweat that just, is all around the room, expired Cheetos and Mountain Dew on the floor, some, expired milk somewhere. Like, the rooms aren't gonna smell good, because obviously, if they're prioritizing video games so much that you think that you need to get anti-gamer spray, they're not fucking taking care of their room. They're not making sure this works out right. Like, come on, you would think that this is like basic, right? That this is something that people would understand, but it really isn't. And then on top of that, right, imagine feeling so compelled to stop people from enjoying something, especially in a time where it's extremely stressful, they have nothing to do outside. Imagine that you're the person who is so fucking compelled to just stop other people from having fun and enjoying anything, that you buy a product that is specifically designed to make them stop enjoying something, to make them stop doing something. And they're not doing anything bad, right? They're playing video games. It really isn't a bad thing. It's something that I think it's really overhyped by a lot of people. It's not like they're doing something really bad and like serious that's really harming their health, unless, they're playing for 19 hours a day. But even then, like, what are they supposed to do right now? But you gotta be that one person, right, that just has to fucking make someone not be able to enjoy something. The thing is like, do you think that they would make like an anti-puzzle spray for people who want to sit there and do jigsaw puzzles all day? You think they have like an anti-chess spray for people who just want to sit there and play chess and checkers and shit all day? What about an anti-TV spray for the people who are just hooked to Netflix and Hulu all day? You think that that's something that would be marketed? You think it's something that's ever crossed people's minds? No. It hasn't. And in reality, it's the same goddamn thing. I mean, you watching TV is essentially no different than this person playing video games. You're sitting there staring at a screen for hours, completely inactive, shoveling snacks in your mouth. The only difference is your boyfriend's in the other room playing World of Warcraft with his friends on Discord, grinding out quests and having a good time, and you're fucking watching, I don't know, season 4 of some stupid show that you probably already know the outcome to because you've seen it online or you've talked to it with your friends. So while he's in there, having an interactive experience with other people, you're just sitting there shoveling in pretzels while you watch the TV. What's different? The truth is there's not really a difference. It's just, there's a bad stigma around video games. People who play video games do it too much. You don't hear that shit about TV anymore. You don't hear, people talking about boomers watching, Fox News for 6 hours a day. That shit never gets talked about. But it's true. That's what they do, right? right? When they have nothing else to do, they just fucking plop themselves down in front of the TV and watch it for 8 hours a day. But they're the first people to complain about you playing video games. Buying your mom anti-gamer spray so you just can't enjoy your hobby. The anti-gaming spray was tested on 35 unsatisfied relationships in a study that lasted 5 weeks. It should be noted that this anti-gaming spray product is from the same company that conducted the shocking Michael the Future. Oh no. Okay, so if you don't know about this, essentially they just used a bunch of pseudoscience and bullshit to completely exaggerate the future appearance of someone who's played video games after 20 years. Even though video games have existed for well over 20 years now, and people have been playing them for well over 20 years now, and they don't actually look that way, they made them just look completely inhuman, like they're just cyborgs of some sort. It was completely fucking nuts, and it was like, honestly, one of the least researched things I've ever seen in my life. But okay, so they tested this on unsatisfied relationships, which whatever, right? Like, obviously people have bad relationships, but I think I have a solution that is much more effective than anti-gaming spray. If you're unhappy in the relationship and you feel like it's unsatisfactory to you and you're not getting what you need out of it, break up with the other person. You don't have to go to the extent of just pissing away $6 to try and ruin a hobby for them. Because at the end of the day, it's not actually gonna work. Like, you think they won't go in there and just take their Xbox to the other room? You think that's just, it's impossible. You think that once the smell, wears down a little bit, they won't just go right back into the room, and once you're out of the product, like, you've basically lost out? Or that they don't just even give a shit in the first place, and they'll just wait 10 minutes for the smell to become, like, usual to them, and they'll just play anyway? I mean, if you feel like someone is wasting all their time all day playing something, and you don't want them to do that, just sit down and have a talk with them. It's simple. Like, I don't understand why adults can't talk like fucking adults anymore. Like, you can't just have a face-to-face conversation with someone and address your issues with them. Like, if it's your boyfriend, for God's sake, or your girlfriend, right? They're playing video games too much, just sit down and talk to them. And if they refuse to make any sort of concession, and they just don't want to help, make the relationship more even for everybody, then just break up with them. Like, I don't get why this has to even be explained. You would think that this is like so simple that anyone can grasp it, but like this has said, this product is sold out. This company just threw together some shit in the backyard and put a bottle label on it and sold it for $6 a pop to idiots who apparently don't know how to just talk to their significant other or to their kid or to their uncle or whatever, right? It's nuts to me, man. That being said, people who actually suffer from a game addiction problem may need far more serious intervention. In fact, there are some people who've suffered so badly from Fortnite addiction that they literally had to go to rehabilitation clinics. As one may imagine, this phenomenon has caused a significant issues in families, with Fortnite cited as a reason in 5% of all the divorce petitions filed in online divorce or divorce online since January. 5% is a very low amount. Like, just think of all the different things that could cause a divorce, right? And just realize that someone playing video games too much is 5% of all of that, which, holy shit, that's a lot of divorces, but they're trying to make it out like it's just the worst thing ever, right? Like, it's just so bad. 5% is not that bad of a number. Now, if Fortnite was cited as 45% of all the divorces, then holy shit, yeah, that would be a problem, right? In fact, more people are probably getting divorced right now throughout this whole pandemic, not because they're playing video games too much, but because the husband and wife are at home all the time with one another. The married couple is at home all the time. They've got to see each other all the time. They fucking have to deal with each other all the time. A lot of couples, one or two of them work, depending on, like, the situation at home. They don't see each other that much, maybe a couple hours a day, and then they go to bed or whatever. But now they're just sitting at home all day together. You don't think that hasn't seen a massive uptick in divorce rates recently? Yeah, I guarantee it has. Fortnite addiction and gaming addiction in general has caused people to create petitions to ban Fortnite and other games. There's really no chance of these petitions being taken seriously by video game developers. Yeah, no shit. They only make their entire livings doing this, and the anti-gaming spray could very well be something that they consider. Alternatively, it's easy to see some people using it to play pranks on others. Okay, if you use this in a prank, honestly, it's not even funny anymore, because there's already been, like, the liquid ass that's been in stores ever since I can remember. This whole prank has existed forever. You can get a much more rank smell that's way funnier to see people react to than anti-gaming spray. And wow, people have created petitions to ban Fortnite and other games. I wonder what there hasn't been a petition for at this point. I'm pretty sure there's probably been a petition for Optimus to barbecue a Dr. Pepper bottle. Like, it doesn't even make sense, right? But, that's what I'm saying. There's been so many fucking petitions out there for everything that, of course, people have made petitions to ban Fortnite. Of course that there's people with, problems with video games, and they're being used as a highlighted example to try and get rid of them. Of course, like, this has been happening for a very long time. That doesn't mean that this makes this project or this product any more legitimate. Well, people have have created petitions to ban Fortnite, so anti-gaming spray is a very good idea. No. In the meantime, anti-gaming spray isn't the only method people have been trying to get their significant others to stop playing video games with. There's a TikTok trend going around of people walking up to their game-playing significant others naked in an attempt to get them to stop playing games. And one has to imagine that method will have a much more positive impact on the relationship than anti-gaming spray. That being said, testimonials on the website appear to be largely positive, with people seemingly satisfied with the anti-gaming spray product. How is this product worth your time whatsoever? How is this, something to be satisfied with? I mean, it's such a useless, stupid product. If you're simply just a fully functioning human being with any sort of social intelligence and the ability to literally open your mouth and talk, you can mediate the entire issue essentially right there. Because once again, if it's as easy to get them off the game as using a fucking spray, that means that there's plenty of other options that don't cost you money. $6 you say is inconvenient, but that could be a meal for the night to some people. If it was as easy to get them off the game as spraying some stinky shit in the room that they play video games in, and they're not smart enough to take their machine into the other room and just make you go around the house stinking the whole house up, because that's exactly what I would do, right? Like if my girlfriend had walked in here in the studio and just sprayed it up, I would just move my PC and my PlayStation to another room, and she'd have to spray that whole room up. Then I'd go to the living room, aka the main part of the house, and just make her either completely bombard the house away and stink, or just leave me the fuck alone. Like, it takes someone with like an IQ of 22 to get past this spray. And if it's as easy to get them to stop as just doing that in one room, then you just simply sitting down and having a heart-to-heart conversation with them will either make them realize that they're playing video games too much for your enjoyment and they'll take what you're saying seriously, or they'll just tell you to go kiss ass and you'll have to just either break up with them or just, I don't know, let them play fucking video games, because in reality, that's what you really should be doing. I mean, most of what I'm saying is assuming, of course, that the person's playing video games like 22 hours a day or something insane, not bathing, not eating, showering, nothing. If your boyfriend wants to come home and play 3 hours of Madden after working an essential job in this whole thing, why can't he? Why, you telling me he hasn't earned that? Or if your girlfriend wakes up and she wants to play 3.5 hours of fucking Rocket League or World of Warcraft or something because she has nothing else to do, you're telling me they haven't earned that? Or, your kid can't go to school for the rest of the year because obviously it's all canceled, and he wants to play a couple hours of GTA 5 with his buddies. What exactly is the harm in that? What is the problem with people playing video games? I don't understand. I don't think anyone really with any sort of intelligence really understands. But I mean, this is also coming from the same company that published quite literally anti-video game propaganda and tried to completely lie about what people who play video games look like, so I'm not totally surprised. I don't expect people to do their research when it comes down to shit like this, because it's a quick solution, quote unquote, handed to you for a low price to people who aren't smart enough to just use their social intellect. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below for the freshest, most official Optimus merch on the internet. Thank you to my channel members, your support helps my channel tremendously, and until my next video guys, this is Optimus, buying some anti-gaming spray, and signing out.